Your empowerment message for today is to embrace change. And even though it can be a little bit scary and sometimes overwhelming, it really doesn't have to be. But this card says you are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. And also, when I was like shuffling and I looked at the bottom of these cards on the deck, metamorphosis was on the bottom. So today is all about change. Again, it doesn't have to be scary. It can be intimidating, but we don't have to let it be that. We can really change and tweak things in a really small and meaningful way, and just like our daily habits, the way we talk to ourselves, the way we talk to other people, the mood we allow ourselves to be in. Like, part of this card and part of what I was like writing is that with each new day we can choose to start anew. We don't need to take our pain from yesterday into today. If there was something that was bothering you yesterday, you don't need to continue to let that bother you today. You can really choose to allow that pain to, you know, just to fall away and to move on from that. But also, what I wrote for my notes here is also to give yourself some quiet time in the morning or even throughout your day, to be present, to be still, and to enjoy the calmness within yourself, even if it's for an hour, even if it's for half an hour. Like, do something for yourself today that is going to allow you to, like this card says, let go of the past and embrace the light of a new day. Because I feel like every single day that we have just to live is a gift, and it's like kind of a miracle, and it's something to be really, really grateful for. So take today to forget about yesterday, basically. Especially if it's something that was bothering you yesterday, because I know today, while I'm recording this, something was bothering me like all day today, and it was just like a situation that I don't want to bring into tomorrow, and I definitely don't want to bring into next week. I kind of want to just like squash it, be done with it, and like just move on with that situation. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to let it affect me tomorrow and going forward, because we have that choice every single day to decide where we want to put our energy, where we want to put our emotions, and how we want to react to certain things. And I also talk about that in my video coming on Monday, which I'm very, very excited about. I recorded and like did everything, made sure everything was done today, and I'm really excited for it. So I also think, like, obviously, like this weekend, when I'm posting this is a Saturday, but of course, whenever you are watching this, it's a great time for you. And I'm sure it aligns with whatever you're going through right now. But I feel like Saturdays and Sundays are like great days to, you know, like to sleep in, to go out for lunch, to try a new recipe, to do things a little bit slower, because I think like normally a lot of people's work week is just like the Monday through Friday, you know, with some in between. I remember when I was like working at Ben & Jerry's, sometimes we would have to work like a day on the weekends, but I feel like those weekends in general are just a slower time, and they're a time to take care of yourself, to get other things done, to, you know, do laundry, to do a face mask, to do a hair mask, to do all of that kind of stuff, to really catch up on your life and to catch up on your self-care. So I feel like that can be beautiful. But again, anytime that you were doing that, anytime that you were like watching this, sorry, my battery just went low, is a perfect time for you, because today's Friday and I just did face mask. I do them Monday and Fridays, just on my schedule, but it can be any day for you, any day that works for you. And today, like I said, whenever you're watching this, whenever you are, you know, whenever this change is coming into your life, you can allow yourself to catch up on sleep today, catch up on your shows, on your reading. Like I said, try a new recipe, and to really take some quiet time to rethink your habits, anything that you want to tweak, anything that you want to change, and sort of plan for the future. I feel like, you know, whatever this is telling you to do, to that you feel like you want to change. Sometimes I feel like I said, it doesn't have to be a big giant change. It can just be the way that you approach certain things in your life. And sometimes, like if you feel a little bit jumbled, sometimes I feel jumbled, and I just need to take like an afternoon, an hour or two, just to really get my thoughts down on paper and to figure out, okay, what do I care about right now? What are the things that I want to do in like my business? What, you know, what can I catch up on? What can I do a little bit better? So sometimes it is really taking an hour or two to ourselves, which is where we can really see a lot of that change, and just in the shift in our perspective. And also, because I was like making my list of like sort of the things that I want to do and the things that, you know, that I want to embrace in the new day and in my day tomorrow is to use my day. I want to add new products to my website. I want to do a little bit of visualizing and, you know, just for my future and the things that I want to finish like for the rest of the year. And then also to brainstorm and to go through my holiday posting and to make sure like I can be on like a cadence to be like top of mind for people and stuff like that. So I'm really like brainstorming and planning for the future, especially these next few months until the end of the year. But that is on my list for tomorrow. And I feel like I haven't really been in that mode. Like I've been meaning to really get into that. And I've just been meaning to slow down a little bit and to get back into that. But also know, in my last note, I wrote that know that each day is a fresh start and each day is something to be grateful for. So make it a joyous day, a day where you decide what goes. And remember that you choose what mood you want to be in. Your past does not define you right now. It does also not define your future. But choose to embrace this new day and craft it how you want it to be. Because, again, like this card says, you are transforming. You could be going through a phase in your life. Honestly, like I'm going through this where I just feel like I'm not accepting of certain things anymore. And I just don't feel like they align with me. And that's why I'm also sort of like planning and brainstorming and stuff, because as I am changing, I am like figuring out what is important to me in my business. And so I'm also taking that time, that quiet time to myself. So that can be really important today, is to take some time to yourself and really figure out what is important to you, where you feel like your life is headed, what you want to invite more into your life. If you're unhappy with certain things, if you want to change certain things or like certain relationships. And, you know, like today I was just like, you know, I just don't want to invite, like, have certain people in my life. So, you know, when I can be respectful and when I can just like close a relationship off, like a partnership or whatever, that's what I'm going to do. If it just does not align with me, I don't want to keep carrying that in my day to day, being stressed out about that. So, again, wherever you can, tweak little things that are going to make you happier. Because, like I said, this is your life. You can choose how it goes. You can choose what mood you're in and wherever you put your energy. So I think that was what I was really drawn towards today. Like, it wasn't so much about like drastic change and making things different and doing this instead of that, but it's like being honest with yourself and figuring out what you want to do with your energy, basically, and where you want to put it. And yeah, just doing a little bit of that soul searching. Because when we really take that time, when we really make time for ourselves, it can be so transformative. And it's not like you need to go out and be like, I'm going to cut all of these foods out of my diet. I'm going to cut out these ingredients. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean house. I'm going to clean out all my cabinets. Like, it doesn't have to be that in depth. I mean, it definitely can be. There's always a time and place for that. But today it can also be slower. It can also be more intentional and more thought out. So yeah, just whatever way you feel like making those little changes in your life, go ahead and do that today. I feel like that is big for today. And it's also been really, really big for this week for some reason. I also got the Metamorphosis card a few days ago, and I've just been getting like the creative dreamer cards and all of those kinds of things. So I think it's a time of just figuring out, you know, just the things that you're unhappy with. I remember last year I was just like, I am not happy with what I'm doing, with the way that I think, with the things that I'm letting go. Like just letting certain things just like happen in my life and being more passive than active in my own life. So I was tired of that. But yeah, sometimes I feel like we go through those where we just have almost like a wake-up call where we're just unhappy. So take this time to do whatever you need to do, and also be kind to yourself throughout the process, because I feel like these transformations are not easy, and I feel like a lot of people also are not called to them to change things in their lives. Like if they're unhappy with something, they might stick with it for, you know, years and years and years and like try to tough it out and convince themselves that they like it. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. If you're not happy with something, you have, again, all the free will to change that thing and to embrace a life and to also create a life for yourself that you actually are excited to wake up to every single morning. So yeah, work on thinking about that for yourself today. I know I definitely will. And figuring out, you know, the relationships that I want to allow, the energy that I am also like embodying, and also how I can better embody those things, how I can better stand up for myself. I just feel like recently I've just noticed a lot of like being taken advantage of, like for my kindness and my generosity. So I'm like noticing that, shutting it down. Like obviously, like I always give people chances, but you can until you can't anymore with me. So that is something that I'm learning more of, changing also a little bit about myself, but also being compassionate about that with myself too. So I hope whatever you are doing today, you extend yourself compassion and gratitude and understanding for the journey that you're going through. And I wish you the best, however you choose to spend your day. Whatever day you're watching this on, let me know. I'm always interested to know, because I feel like these, you know, we can see things. I also see things like weeks, months after they're posted. So whenever you're seeing this, I'm sure it is the best time for you, the most aligned time for you. So again, I hope you have an amazing day, and, you know, I hope you stick around. But if you don't, I hope this is a fleeting, helpful message for you. But I will be back tomorrow. I'm here every single day with an empowerment message, and then videos on Mondays. That's what I'll be doing. Additional videos on Mondays, which are more just about like what my channel is about: authenticity, being yourself, doing what you feel called to do, and making those changes however feels aligned with you. And now I'm done talking. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.